also, that's these two guys too. They are sort of outcasts, they're about to be outcasts in baseball. And it's funny that Billy knows the system is broken because he is living proof that it is broken, and you know that it's broken because you know, use your character. Just can see the trends, see the logic. How do you? Are you a sports guy at all? Like, are you a baseball guy at all? I guess I should have started with that.
You know, I don't know. I played Little League and went to games with my dad. But, you know, I'm a diehard basketball fan. I love basketball, but yeah, basketball. Let's give it up for basketball. James Naismith. You guys are so kind and give claps and applause. You know, I don't know. Honestly, the way I felt about movies are the way sports fanatics feel about sports, and I'm sure most of you here, being a fan of this gentleman and writing in, probably feel the same way. And that was honestly how I related to it. The way that we meaning my friends and I, dissect and discuss films and dissect and discuss actors and directors and writers' strengths and weaknesses, is the way that these people dissect and discuss baseball strengths and weaknesses. And Bennett Miller, the director, understood that about me, and that's what we talked about a lot, was how we talk about, here's what a director did well or horribly, or an actor did well or horribly. Here's what people do about baseball. This is exactly the same thing that these people do about baseball.
The last question is probably going to throw it to the audience, but Paul and Billy, they shouldn't work together. They shouldn't work. That should. I don't mean they shouldn't be employed by the same. I mean they shouldn't connect as easily as they do. And some people might think that you and Brad Pitt sort of mirror that. Is that like, tell me just about working with him and getting to know him.
Yeah, honestly, there is the overlooming question of, is it cool working with Brad Pitt? You know, he's such an iconic figure in our society and film society and everything. And honestly, you know, he is a remarkable guy, and no bullshit, no, you know, fake Hollywood stuff of saying, oh, he's a great guy, blah, blah, blah. He really is a great guy. He really is a normal human being who is smart and funny and cool as shit. And he just is, honestly. There's no, you know, there's no BS in that statement. And working with Brad and Phil Hoffman, it was terrifying at first, because Cyrus, like you said, is a movie I'm exceptionally proud of, but wasn't as widely seen as a movie like this will be. You know, so in that movie I was going toe-to-toe with John C. Reilly and Marissa Tomei, who are two of the greatest dramatic actors there are, and then in this film going toe-to-toe with Brad and Philip Seymour Hoffman, it was the same kind of intimidation. And I honestly just think I just bragged about myself and have lost track where I am. I feel like a total douche. So, but honestly, Brad, he's a great guy, and he, you know, him and Bennett. I will say this: like I've had 4 definitive. You know, Peter Brand's a guy I really wanted to play, and hopefully a lot of people will relate to, and hopefully a lot of people in this room, because I feel like I, you know, am like a lot of you guys. I'm just a film fan who is interested in getting into this. And I've had, you know, Peter Brand, Billy Bean shines a light on Peter Brand and says, you can go for what you're into. You're smart, you have cool ideas, and you can really go for something cool. And I'm gonna bazooka, you can be the ammunition, and we're gonna burst through this wall, right? And I've been lucky to have 4 moments that were specific Billy Bean, Peter Brand moments in my life, and it's really fucking cool. It's really cool when someone does that. And if you want to hear those moments, I can tell you.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're talking about moments where people gave you a chance that maybe you didn't feel you earned yet, or just...
Yeah, just we're you know, Peter Brand's a guy who blends into the wall. He's a guy who does the busy work and the number crunching, and never, you know, you don't really see a light shined on that guy, especially in movies. And for me, it was important to show that person in a movie and to play that kind of character. And for me, it was, first of all, it was Dustin Hoffman, who was the first person to shine a light on me and say, you should be an actor, and you should audition for this movie, I Heart Huckabees, in my first role. 2-3 lines. Don't be fucking quiet. I'm in it for a second. You're now just clapping and everything. Yeah, thank you. It's a good movie. Yeah. The rest of them were great. But you know, it was Dustin, and he said you should do this. And then obviously the biggest one would be the next one was a couple years later after dropping out of school and assuming I'd become really famous right away. And that didn't happen. But then meeting Judd Apatow and having Judd really be the main person, the Billy Bean figure in my life, to shine a light on me and say, I think you have something special, and I'm gonna, you need to have the courage to go forward with this, and I was lucky enough to have someone shine a light on me like that. And the next one being Mark and Jay Duplass, with Cyrus saying, we're going to be the first people to give you the opportunity to do something different and to show what you might be able to do. And then the fourth one being Brad and Bennett. After seeing Cyrus and saying, we're going to give you a big fucking opportunity to be alongside of Brad and Phil and show what you're able to do. And honestly, I don't forget about those moments at all, and just really cherish and appreciate those moments. And if I ever have the opportunity to help someone else, and someone who I see as someone who can offer something really cool, it is my obligation to help them out and do the same thing.
I'll just throw